The 7-day login reward is actually really good this anniversary. You are able to pick literally any implant that you want, and you can also basically level it up to level 20 for free, which is what I did. I got the defense implant, and honestly, so far I have been really happy with it. Boosted shield repair, boosted armor repair, and Ewar resistance. Isn't that just lovely? And this is basically what I'm talking about here. 120, 130 of these golden ascension items, or whatever they're called, and you also did get 130 for free in the mail, I think. So it's been really good, and I have no complaints about the login reward. And I have to edit pick all the normal supplies as well. No, I don't know where my Hyperion bomber is at the moment. That thing definitely will benefit it the most from the defense implant. It's definitely not in the station. But the Hyperion bomber and Abaddon bomber are the two ships that will benefit it the most from the defense implant. I mean, the Abaddon has already a resistance bonus against Neutralius and Nosferatus from the skills, and now with the defense implant, yeah, extra 15 to 30% means that you can basically fight a Balgorn, and that Balgorn will not be able to do much. It is funny because I feel like the developers really don't like Blood Raider ships, because you have all these nanocores that like give you so many weird resistance against the stuff Blood Raiders use the most. Anyway, I'm starting this with a little troll first. The good old Trollnado. I haven't been using this thing for a very long time, and it's kind of funny because my only my only recent losses are only Trollnados that I used at gates, at AFK frigates. I mean, there is just something that I love about this ship because it's so cheap. You will see later. It's a very cheap ship, and there is one Kruor somewhere around. Well, it's not the first gate, and it is the second gate. Let me warp over there. Oh, depending on the Kruor, if I see that it might be expensive, I am yeeting, and there is the Kruor. If it seems to be a relatively cheap one, I might... That looks like a golden nanocore. Yeah, that definitely looks... Okay, I'm eating this. It looks... Yeah, I'm going to be ISK positive, that's for sure. Looks like a golden nanocore. Anyway, there goes the Kruor. And there goes my ship from the sentries. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the Kruor. Well, okay, 776 million was a PvP build. Okay, made medium booster. It was a golden nanocore. Okay, 217. Yeah, that's a good trade for sure. I guess we can see relatively cheap, very cheap. 31 IP. Isn't that just lovely? And that's why I love to fly the Trollnado. It's just a very fun little boat for eating. And that's why you never be AFK with a faction frigate or an interceptor on a low sec gate. Now, why did I start with that? Well, with that first clip. Well, first it was funny, and second, the pilot was very salty, as you will see in a moment. Now, We
Docking
have
request accepted.
I think a rattlesnake or a Dominix. Black Ops, I think.
Undocking.
We're about to find out. Let me go and warp to the... Okay, so it is a Guardian and a Dominix. Lovely. Now the good thing is... Well, actually the good thing... I didn't change my
drive
build
active.
from the PvE run that I've done with this ship. I actually wish I did pick 2 extra amplifiers, because let me tell you, the 2 extra amplifiers make a huge difference when it comes to how much DPS you can push with the bombs. But I didn't change that. Honestly, it didn't really feel like changing the build. I just, yeah, I think it will just, you know, get the job done. So I did not really change anything. Okay, now we wait. But yeah, the extra utility definitely very useful for PvE. And definitely useful against the smaller ships. Especially useful against the smaller ships.
Fleet warp.
And we are going to... Oh, and there is the first direct message. And it is
Warp drive
salt.
active.
Isn't that just tasty? Tasty, good old salt. That's why I'm still playing the game. Because Eve Salt is irreplaceable. Nothing comes close to Eve Salt. There we go. Isn't that just lovely? Okay, there's the Guardian, there is the Dominix Special Ops, and let's eat the Special Ops first, or Black Ops as I like to call it. And focusing fire, that's a nasty hit. Yeah, we are going in on that Dominix. But I seem to have, yeah, I was hitting the Guardian somehow, even though my drones are within. But anyway, we are
We're under
going
attack.
at the Guardian now, and that's definitely a tanky one. But once the shield goes down, the whole ship goes down. There we go. I also love the siege on Dominic's navy. It is really good. That siege mode alone made the Dominic's navy so much more dangerous. Now let's take a look at the kill. Oh, that's a pretty good one actually,
Warp
8.1.
drive active.
Yeah, I was definitely, I think I was hitting the Guardian. I'm fairly sure I was hitting the Guardian. And yeah, they lost the implant box there. And there's the Guardian. Full tank. Not a bad build on the Guardian, that's for sure. That Guardian definitely looked tanky, but I mean 2 battleships shooting at it inside of the bubble. Yeah, that's not going to last long. There we... Ooh, some tasty salt. This is what I'm talking about. Take a good old read here. I think I got my daily dose of... Yeah, I think I got my monthly dose of salt right here today. Oh, well, it was very nice to caught ships there. Or should I say very nice to kills there. Not every day that you find a guardian like this. And let's go to the next one. We have a
Fleet war.
oh, we have a Dominix. They are back. Okay, we are going to the sun. You know, the best thing is when they return, you know. The best thing is when they return. Because then you know it's going to be a free kill. Hopefully some good free loot as well. If you know that someone is flying an expensive ship, you can basically just farm them when they return, because you already know what to expect. And that was the case with the B-type Harvey. If you remember, actually it was a long ago now, but there was that one Harvey that kept returning, and they always had a very cursed build, a B-type armor repair, a B-type medium shield booster, and the B-type lasers. I think I farmed like 50 of those lasers and maybe like 20 of those B-type repairs each. So that was just pure gold. I mean, 20 billion ISK right there from that one Harvey that kept returning over and over again. And that was just pure gold, because they're still flying the same type of ship with the same build. They just switched from a Harvey to a Oracle. So yeah, that's pretty fun. You can actually, I mean, if you have been following me for a while, you probably know what I'm talking about. It is one of the more memorable targets. That Harvey was like 9 billion ISK, 9 to 18 billion ISK, something like that. Or at one point it was like 3.4, depends on the price really. But first time was definitely 9 billion. And then there is the 9.8 billion Ortrus that I also caught with the Stratius. Stratius is just a very evil ship. It's a drone boat after all. And as a drone boat, it is, I mean, it gets the job done really. Wish that we had more drone boat frigates. I know there is a Tristan Navy, which is nice, actually.
Fleet war.
Tristan Navy is a ship that I need to fly. I just don't really fly frigates that often myself. And we are going in. Let's see. Well, seems like this is one very fast Dominix. You know, it's very hard to escape from a Stratius tackle, and this Dominix actually did that somehow. Well, could be that the server tick was just not in our favor, and it happens. Not a big deal really. You win some, you lose some. I mean, you already did get the Dominix the first time, so it's all good. It's fine. There will be more. But still, it's honestly very difficult to escape from a Stratius tackle. If a Stratius wants to tackle you, I mean, it happened to me. A while ago, I had a RB escape before I could lock it on. I don't know how, but it didn't happen like once. It happened It happened like 3 times. Even when I wait for them. Even when I like wait for them, they still manage to warp before I can lock them on. That happens only, in my case, only to the RB. That was also the day when the local was very bugged, so you couldn't really see what was happening in local. So could be some serious server lag, who knows. I mean, the game did have some big server issues recently, so it wouldn't be a big surprise.
Fleet.
Okay, we have a rattlesnake, and now we are going in. Looks like we will have to do a double warp. Okay, that's fine. That will work. That's one of my favorite tricks, by the way, with the Stratius. The cloaky double warp. That's just so evil that we can do that. Especially if someone has a very weird position and you can't really land close to them. And there's the rattlesnake. Now the bad thing about the Dominix is that it's very slow. Definitely not anywhere close to a cruiser, and that rattlesnake has no tank. Now I'm actually surprised that rattlesnake has no tank. I'm very curious to see the build. And by the time I land, that rattlesnake is toast. Oh well. That was actually my fault for taking a slow ship. But it's fine. I'm very curious to see the build on this rattlesnake. Oh. Probably a alpha clone, actually. Actually no. That's not an alpha clone. Alpha clones can't use C-types. So yeah, definitely smells like the rattlesnake pilot has no skills for the rattlesnake. Because my battlecruisers have 100,000 hit points. Anyway, let's go to the next target, and well, guess who returned? The rattlesnake returned. Now I will swap my, let's just add some extra long range points. They are 100 kilometers from the gate and they are not aligned. So that means I will go and probably land quite close to it, but just in case I don't, I have 3 long range disruptors, should be enough. The rattlesnake was using the pulsar sentries, kind of hoping that those drop, because that's actually some good drone there, good loot. So that's what I'm hoping for right now. Optimal 9.59, okay, that looks good. And now we are... I mean, I'm not going to the rattlesnake directly, since obviously they are not from the station, they are from the gate. So let me go to the gate and then to the rattlesnake. I have been enjoying this ship a lot. It is one of those ships that not many want to tackle, and one of those ships that I don't really worry about the criminal timer, because no one will tackle a DPS Dominix Navy with a criminal timer, because I can pop a Stratius easily, I can pop interceptors, they can't outrun my light drones, which have about 10,000 DPS as well, and they're going like 30 kilometers per second in some cases, depending on the build, of course. So yeah, I feel relatively safe with this thing, because drones are just broken. Okay, going to the good old Ralsnik, and let's see what happens. Usually you will have a Stratios tackle. Interceptors are very easy prey for this thing with light drones. Warriors, I have I think the assault ones, the fastest ones. And there is the Ralsnik. Yeah, they are not aligned. And this is going to make my job very easy. I could have picked 4 scrubbers, but you know, this is going to get the job done as well. And let's open fire. Well, that's definitely no tank at all there. There we go, the shield. I could reload my bombs, but it would be overkill at this moment, so I am not going to reload the bombs. The Ralsnik already is pretty much dead. And there we go. Beautiful. Unfortunately, the pulsar drones did not drop,
We're under attack.
which kinda sucks, but I guess it's fine. And now I can warp out.
We're under attack.
Well, it wasn't that bad. I mean, some pretty good ships today. Some really good ships today. The loot, I guess the loot is fine. I'm not really going to complain about the loot. Any loot is good loot, so it's fine. Fine by me. And let's take a look at the kill mail. 4.4. Well, that's a DPS Ralsnik. Well, that's how this ship looked. Anyway, that would be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that, please stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.